Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Final full day for me here in Morocco. It's been nice, it's been a good little break. We head back to London tomorrow being Thursday, and then we head up to Newcastle for Bakhram Murtazaliev versus Josh Kelly. We're going to talk about that fight quite a bit on this video. Did you guys see the face-off? I like what Matchroom do with the face-offs where they put the fighters in what looks like a boxing gym. I'm guessing it is a local boxing gym. And then all the fighters behind react to the fighters doing the face-off. Bakhram is one mean-looking dude. Like Josh Kelly was trying to smile, trying to play a bit of mind games, and Bakhram was just... And I was like, jeez, that's one scary-looking dude. But look, we'll get to that fight in a second. Let's see what else there is to talk about today first. Let's start here in the same division. Last chance week to make a Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis spring fight. Jeez, it's got to this. I still feel like there is hope. I think the biggest issue here is money. Obviously, we know there's an issue between Oscar De La Hoya and Virgil Ortiz, but hopefully that can be ironed out for this fight. Who knows? But I guess the biggest issue is money. How big is this fight financially? I don't think it's as big as maybe some perceive it to be. It's a big fight. There's a difference, I guess, between a big fight and a big money fight. Like if this goes on pay-per-view, I mean, is this breaking 200,000 buys? I'm not sure. And I guess everyone's got to kind of calculate from that number, right? Or a number around that. Yes, I think it will sell at an arena, but I mean, is it doing a Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury gate? Obviously not. So I think everyone's got to be realistic here. There is money in this fight. It's funny because there's no belt in this fight, but there is a lot of money in this fight. We are talking, I think, two of the best 154-pounders. Again, there's no belt, so the other champions will be like 1 second, but I do think these guys are better than the other champions. So I think everyone's got to be realistic. And I think if they can collectively get around a table and say, okay, let's stop with the hyperbole of how big a money fight this is and just do something realistic, this fight can happen. If not, both have a number of dance partners they can go to and make big money. This is the thing, both make big money fighting lesser opponents, lesser riskier opponents, if that makes any sense. So for them to come together, you can understand why they're saying, no, we need to make a lot of money. But they're not, I mean, they're big names, but this isn't like Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, big name. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. Hopefully it can happen, but I do think money is going to be a defining factor in this. And if both don't get close to the number that maybe people in their ear have been saying they're worth, then maybe it doesn't happen, which would be a shame. But I think there's a good chance it does happen. What ultimately, I guess they're waiting for is the intervention of Turkey, where Turkey says, okay, look, we're just going to pay you. And I don't think that's happening anymore. I don't think fighters are getting that Turkey bag anymore. At least fighters, maybe fighters that are fighting on Riyadh season and eventually Zuffa. But if it's not on Riyadh season and Zuffa or a Ring Magazine event, then I don't expect people to be getting overpaid. So look, we'll see what happens, but it's a massive fight. It's just not a massive money fight. That's what I think. Richardson Hitchens, Oscar Duarte leads undercard for Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. I like that fight. I think Oscar Duarte is a bit of a problem. I really do. I think he, like, you look at him and physically he's very, very big. Height-wise, he's actually not as big as the other 140-pounders. Like, he's not as tall as Richardson Hitchens. But physically, he can be quite intimidating. He's on your chest. Like, skill-wise, Hitchens, obviously, much more skillful fighter. But in terms of just wearing you down, very Pitbull Cruz-like, he's going to be on Hitchens' chest all night, unless Hitchens can damage him, and I don't know if he can. But that's not a bad undercard fight. Obviously, the main event's still an intriguing one. I have no idea how that plays out. People have been, and look, I'm sort of, I guess, in this camp as well, been a bit disrespectful to Barrios, saying like he's one of the worst champions. You know what it is? It's just growing up and looking at the 147-pound champions of yesteryear. I mean, it was just name after name after name after name after name. Barrios doesn't go into that category. He is a good fighter, though. As for Ryan, I don't know what to expect with Ryan. Honestly, sometimes Ryan looks like a world beater. Sometimes Ryan just looks like a guy that's had 10 defeats. Like, I thought Ryan looked awful against Rolly Romero, awful. And I still say he's lucky to get this opportunity. Let's see if he takes it. Because if he does take it and he does win, I mean, the opportunities for him at 147 are just endless. I mean, there are so many fighters that want to fight Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney's there. If Tio wins or loses against Shakur Stevenson, Tio will jump up to 147 pounds. Conor Benn, we know, is going to be ringside. And then there's a chance, I mean, he might not want it, but there's a chance of good unifications as well. So let's see what Ryan Garcia can do. Abbas Barao, Josh Kelly's too weak-minded for Bakhram Murtazaliev. Okay. All right, let's go back to that face-off. Did you guys see the face-off? Have you guys seen it? Josh Kelly is all smiles. I think he even taps on Bakhram's belt. He says, that's mine. And Bakhram does not say a word. Like, literally stoic. And it's actually quite, it's almost Perturbiev-esque, like just mean. Like, I'm not here to fuck around. I'm not here to play your games. You might have the fans behind you. Doesn't matter. I've been desperate for a fight. I've been frozen out. I'm going to destroy you. That's what he was basically saying without saying anything. And it was quite scary. It was. And look, he has been frozen at Bakhram. Bakhram hasn't fought. By the time his fight rolls round, I'm going to guess it's around 15 months. 15 months. He beat Tim Tszyu and everyone was like, nah. That's kind of the way I'm playing it. Everyone saw the beatdown of Tim Tszyu and was like, we ain't doing this. Like, the risk reward is just not there. The reward, yes, you get the IBF belt. The risk, you get knocked the fuck out. And that's what Bakhram's been doing to a lot of his opponents of recent. In fact, all of his opponents pretty much, right? He's been knocking them out. This guy has dynamite power in both hands. He favors that right cross, but the left hook would knock you out as well. He's a bit of a problem. He's a big 154 pound. Josh Kelly isn't. Josh Kelly's a 147 guy coming up. Bakhram's a 160 guy coming down. They're meeting here, but Bakhram's a big dude. His frame's big. I will say this though. He can be very reckless. Like, if you watch the Jack Colque fight, and by the way, Jack Colque, 40 years of age, slow feet, seen better days. And I mean, he's having his way at times with Bakhram. But that's not, I mean, I know Bakhram got to him and stopped him in the 11, but that's not sort of just one-way traffic. Go and look at the scorecards before the stoppage. I mean, Bakhram's getting teed up on as well. So yeah, he fought a slow, ploddy Jack Colque at 14. And then he fought a Tim Tszyu. And this isn't me trying to find reasons as to why Josh Kelly would win, by the way, because I don't think Josh Kelly does. But he fought a Tim Tszyu who went life and death in that war with Sebastian Fundora, when Fundora just, you know, put a bit of a beating on him. So what I'm trying to get at is, was Tim Tszyu damaged going into that fight? I don't know. I don't know. But even if he was damaged, Bakhram damaged him more. But even in that fight, they're swinging away. What Bakhram seems to have so much confidence in is his chin and his punch resistance and punch power. It's almost as though, okay, if you want to do this thing of let's go toe-to-toe, we can do it. Go and watch all of his fights. I was watching his highlights just before I filmed this. Like, he is literally saying, I'm going to knock you out. And if we're going to play this, you know, we're doing this, let's do it, and I'm going to win. I'm going to win that game. Josh Kelly obviously can't play that game with him because he will get knocked out. There's no two ways about it. What Josh Kelly's got to do and what he's had success at doing, other than the David Avanesian fight and to the extent Ishmael Davis fight, is he will hit and move. And Josh Kelly has faster feet, faster hands, better footwork, I believe, than Bakhram, and he's got to use all three. The one thing that Josh Kelly has to have in abundance here is a gas tank. He's got to have a gas tank, and he's got to be able to do what he's going to do, I think, for the first 3 or 4 rounds for 12 straight. He isn't stopping, I don't think, Bakhram. I'd be surprised if he hurts him, if I'm honest with you. Josh Kelly's got 9 knockouts and 17 fights. He's got respectable power, but he's not got sort of damaging power, I don't think. In saying that, if he sits on his shots a bit more, maybe we could see more knockouts. He does like to move a lot, doesn't he? But he's got a box. He's got to look at the way he boxed against Troy Williamson, and he's got to take that up tenfold. But he can do it, because we have seen it against Troy Williamson, and all of a sudden that win doesn't look too shabby, does it? My worry is, again, it's the Ishmael Davis performance where even before the cut, Ishmael's starting to really close the gap. Initially, they're like that, and Josh is boxing and moving away, and eventually it gets like that. It gets like that. It gets like that. It gets like that, and then it's a phone booth, and you're like, okay, there's only one winner here. And I thought if there was another 30 seconds, a minute in that fight, Josh Kelly's done. And no disrespect to Ishmael Davis, but there is a bit of a difference between Bakhram and Ishmael Davis, isn't there? So this is going to be hard work, man. There are going to be opportunities and there's going to be openings, and he can't be greedy in them. Bakhram will give you his chin to hit, but he's almost luring you in, like, come on in, full sense of security, like, come on in and bang. So he's giving it to you, and in order to get it, you've got to get into that wheelhouse. Get into that wheelhouse, good luck. Good luck. So look, this isn't going to be easy. And look, I've said this. World titles shouldn't be easy. There's this thing about they shouldn't be easy. We saw Dalton Smith, Jabril Matias, they shouldn't be easy. Josh Kelly has got what he wanted. He's got home advantage, and he's got a guy coming off a 14, 15-month layoff. I mean, this is it, right? This is what you want. No one wanted to fight this guy. Nobody wanted to fight this guy. I speak to managers, I speak to quite a few boxers. Nobody wanted to fight him. Josh is fighting him. And the reward is a big one. The reward isn't just the IBF title, which would be obviously a crowning moment for any fighter. It's now the chance to fight Boots as well. I mean, Eddie's dangling this carrot of like, I've got Boots and this, you're now signed to Matchroom, I can make this fight. That's a big money fight. So Josh has got the chance to really take his career to the next levels. I'm gonna say next level. It's more than just one level. It's levels, plural. And he's promised a lot, Josh. Like, we've been speaking about Josh for a long time, a long time. I think everyone's liked his silky skills, and I mean, he's got Hollywood good looks, hasn't he? And it's almost like, can you put it all together? Can you put those silky skills together for 12 rounds? Again, we've seen it sparingly. I think he can, but it's going to be fucking difficult against this monster. And I do believe this guy's a monster. I do believe that he is a boogeyman. And he could be the number one 154 pounder. He could. He could be better than Fundora. He could be better than Virgil. He could be better than all of them. Boots. He could be better than all of them. Xander Zayas, Abbas Barao. But no one wants to fight him. And if he puts a beating on Josh Kelly, then I guess he's going to be frozen out even more, right? But look, let's see. I look forward, as I said, to getting up there. I get up to Newcastle. I've been told, someone messaged me and said, Ade, don't call it Sunderland. And you're right, but I do think my train gets up to Sunderland, and then no, I'm up to Newcastle. Christian Mbili is elevated to WBC super middleweight champion. I hate this. I'm not a fan of this. Fight has been elevated. Just fight for a belt. Like, his fight against Lester Martinez could have gone the easy way. Is it Lester No, sorry. It wasn't Lester Martinez that Mbili fought, was it? Was it? Why do I think it was, but I'm not sure. And the Wi-Fi isn't going to be working out here. Anyway, his last fight, my brain is dead. I thought was close. That's going to bug me, actually. It's going to really bug me. And so I was thinking, just have that rematch for the belt. Have that rematch for the belt. Rather than be elevated. Obviously, there was a lot of talk about him versus Hamza Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz looks like he's going to go down the Diego Pacheco route, I believe. But then go to the next man down. And I think the next man down was the opponent that he fought on the undercard of Crawford Canelo. So that's what I think should happen. But I mean, they're elevating champions all over the place now. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this. All right, guys, girls, by the way, that's going to really bug me. I'm pretty sure it was Lester Martinez. Wi-Fi. Anyway, peace and love.